Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a serious topic, the top 10 most dangerous places in the world. It's a world, sadly, filled with places where danger is a constant, where getting through the day can be a struggle. These are places often defined by what they lack: security, stability, and often basic human rights. We're going to take you inside these volatile locations, relying on government travel advisories and reports from international organizations. The situation in these regions can change rapidly, so always consult up-to-date information before considering travel or work in these areas. This isn't about satisfying morbid curiosity, it's about understanding the complexities of our world and the stark realities faced by millions. Syria, once a land of rich history and vibrant culture, now synonymous with unimaginable suffering. For over a decade, a brutal civil war has ripped this nation apart. The conflict has created a breeding ground for terrorism, with groups like ISIS exploiting the chaos.
For ordinary Syrians, life is a daily struggle for survival, marked by displacement, hunger, and the constant fear of violence.
Afghanistan, a nation synonymous with conflict for decades, first with Soviet occupation, then with the rise of the Taliban and the subsequent US-led invasion. Despite years of international intervention, peace remains elusive.
For Afghans, especially the younger generation who have known nothing but war, the future remains shrouded in uncertainty and fear.
Yemen, a nation ravaged by what the UN calls the world's worst humanitarian crisis. Since 2014, a civil war has pitted the Yemeni government against Houthi rebels, plunging the country into chaos. Millions face starvation, with children bearing the brunt of this crisis. Amidst the fighting, access to basic necessities like food, water, and healthcare remains a distant dream for many.
South Sudan, the world's youngest nation, born from a struggle for independence, yet tragically marred by internal conflict. Since 2013, a civil war fueled by ethnic tensions has gripped the country. The cycle of violence and impunity threatens to trap South Sudan in a perpetual state of instability.
Somalia, a nation synonymous with piracy and terrorism, grappling with decades of instability. The Al-Shabaab militant group, linked to Al-Qaeda, continues to terrorize the country, carrying out deadly attacks and undermining any progress towards peace. The weak central government struggles to exert control, while the Somali people endure poverty, displacement, and the constant threat of violence. The Democratic Republic of Congo, a nation endowed with vast natural resources, yet plagued by conflict and exploitation. For decades, armed groups have been vying for control of this mineral-rich country, committing horrific human rights abuses against civilians. Sexual violence is used as a weapon of war, leaving deep scars on individuals and communities. The Central African Republic, a nation trapped in a cycle of violence and instability for years. Armed groups, often divided along religious lines, control vast swathes of territory, terrorizing civilians and fueling displacement. The CAR highlights the devastating human cost of neglected conflicts, where cycles of violence continue unchecked.
Honduras, a nation grappling with rampant gang violence and a climate of impunity. Drug trafficking routes run through this Central American country, fueling the power of gangs like MS-13 and Barrio 18. Honduras has one of the highest murder rates in the world, with many killings going unsolved.
Venezuela, a nation that was once a symbol of prosperity in Latin America, now grappling with economic ruin and political turmoil. Hyperinflation has crippled the economy, leaving basic goods out of reach for many. The humanitarian situation is dire, with millions fleeing the country in search of a better life.
Iraq, a nation forever marked by the scars of war and the rise and fall of Saddam Hussein. While the US-led invasion toppled Hussein's regime, it also unleashed chaos and instability that continue to plague the country. Iraq faces the daunting task of rebuilding its infrastructure, healing sectarian divisions, and forging a path towards lasting peace. We've journeyed to some of the most dangerous corners of our world, places where conflict, instability, and violence are woven into the fabric of everyday life. It's a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the human cost of conflict. Amidst the devastation, there are stories of resilience, of communities coming together, of individuals fighting for a better future. It's our responsibility to stay informed, to understand the complexities, and to amplify the voices of those fighting for change. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content.